and good evening, friends. Thank you for joining us today for a little how the bologna sausage is made. And let me tell you, none of it makes sense. All of a sudden, Hollywood is a hot mess. And it's not all of a sudden. I think we all saw it coming. And this is something that we knew was happening in the background. And we also knew that these people that came in with their fancy MBAs and their understandings of spreadsheets came in with no understanding of humanity, with no life experience and nothing that they could offer of merit to an actual job. The problem is Hollywood was so desperate to be in the now that they acquiesced to finding, the lowest common denominator that they could and serving everything to that end at the lowest common denominator. There's not necessarily a group of people that are less creative than the ones that are in the media pursuits these days. That includes physical pursuits as theme parks, things such as film, television, even music. In fact, I think even the younger generations have caught on to the fact that they're getting stamped out pablum that has been basically squeezed out like cheese whiz. It's pre-processed, pre-packaged garbage. And not only does it not sound good, it doesn't taste great either. Well, I guess that's just the cheese whiz. But look, there's a lot out there to talk about. I've got four stories I want to go through. I want to share with you. I want to understand, you know, whether or not you agree, or if you think there's something out there that's redeemable as far as quote unquote entertainment goes, because I don't think there is. And I don't think that people realize that what we're being presented as news is another form of entertainment. It's just packaged differently. And like I said, four stories that kind of get at the point. I want to say thank you to Swift Minus One, otherwise known as Matt G, for your support, my friend. I hope everything's going well and you're very excited about Travis and Tay Tay. And I think some people are. Brett Cooper certainly was. And then I want to say a quick thank you, and I'm hope you're doing well, Ruby Hoove, for gifting another Culture Casino membership. Look at that, 2 in a row, and we're ready to go. Crazy White Boy is, you know what, Crazy White Boy, share the stream, share the dream, make the green side of the monster grow. And to those of you here on the tube, thanks for being here. Mark Daly says sausage laws and entertainment, 3 things that people don't want to see made. Well, I'd say that's probably true. We got snakes out there. We've got the lovely Davina Duckworth. Got my favorite polar bear out there. Look at this. It's Starty Poopus Cube Burr. And let's see, it's Catsith. Hello. Hello. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a minute. Hope everything is going well. But yeah, it's been a day. It's going to be an evening and it's going to be a night because I'm going to be on Comics Division stream later this evening. Was kind of really busy this afternoon. I got another new tire on one of the vehicles, and I'll be getting 4 new tires on a vehicle. Well, hopefully this weekend, if not sometime next week. But let's leave all the tire talk to the automotive channels and just say tires are expensive. And Juliet is out there. She's back. It's the middle of the night where she is. In the middle of the night. Although I don't think that's quite true, but it's quite late. And my friends over on Type 40 are having a show as well. Hope I'm not stripping audience away from them. We've got Walter Tomaszewski out there. Did not know you were MAGA, CC. Well, this is a gift hat, and I never look a gift hat in the mouth. No, this is, believe it or not, I'm wearing this hat for a reason, because it's reminding me to wear it tonight, because I got this gift in the mail from my friend Toxic Man Flu. And look, I think making America great, there's nothing wrong with that. Make America great again. I agree with the sentiment. I think most people should. Just because it's tied to, a person some people may not like, I can't help that. Your perceptions may vary in the job that a leader does, but I think that the intent and the goal isn't a bad one. I hope everybody agrees. And if not, that's okay. We can agree to disagree and remain friends. Blackie is in the house. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I thought I've worn I thought I wore a MAGA hat before. I think I've got 2 or 3. If not, I'm sorry. Now you know. And knowing's half the battle. Ask GI Joe. OC Dobbins is out there in the world, and the lovely Pam Epson is as well. I hope you're doing well across the pond, dear. And let's see. There. If ever I would leave you. Brad Cooper is not joining Fox. What? She and Emily Campagno are reviving the fast-talking FedEx ads. One gender swap I can support. She does speak rapidly. She's like, the female version of that fellow from the Daily Wire. You know that guy? Yeah, he talks really fast and he doesn't really say a whole lot. He does it very well though, and he makes a lot of money. And he's probably one of the few people that are actually still making money over there at Daily Wire, along with that Jordan Peterson fellow, who I hold in very high regard. Anyway. Thank you, Crazy White Boy, for sharing us on the Discords. And Dude Bro Seth is in the house. We got a couple more super dupers I got to grab because we've got the lovely Ruby Who for 5 Culture and Casino Cash saying, hey, I'm still chugging along, Culture. Have a great one. You too, dear. And thank you for being here. John Gibson is out there. This is John Gibson, the 1, not John Gibson, the 3. I think we have 3 John Gibsons, which is pretty cool. And Sander Hammerschlag. What's going on, buddy? Buddy. Mark Fields drops a super duper for $2. $2 make you holla. That's right. It is hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you when. Speaking of when, Brie Larson was still amazing. I think after last week's, in support of Brie Larson, we should all revisit our opinion of Brie Larson. You don't have to. Walter Tomaszewski says, CC, my Mexican Iron Man says he's what is this? And he didn't embiggen. Make cigars great again. You know what? He is. I have a box of cigars I need to crack open. I have a person who gifted them to me in the most extraordinary way. I'm often getting gifts from my fellow creators and from you wonderful folks. I just want to say thank you. You mean the world to me. And let's do that. Tom F is in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. There's one of our major Discord men out there, Carl Singh. Good afternoon. Yes. I was going to sing a song, and now I don't remember what it is. That's bad. It was probably a classic rock song. Probably would upset you all. With all due respect, anyone triggered by the phrase "Make America Great Again" needs to be, well, they just need to relax. I just want you all to relax. Speaking of relaxing, let's get to the first story. Now, again, how the bologna sausage is made is a problem. It's a big problem. First of all, bologna is an enormous sausage. If you've ever seen a package of bologna from OSCAR MAYER, they're honking. And you can fry bologna. That's pretty cool. Fry bologna sandwiches. But yes, you could fry spam too. We've had this conversation. Anyway, it's not a pretty sight. And that's one of the reasons why the subtitle of every one of these shows is going to be how the sausage is made, how the bologna sausage is made, whatever. It's okay. Yeah, it was Shapiro. That's right. Yeah, and don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, says my good friend Crazy White Boy. So, wow, look at this. We got it's growing. But we've got to get into the first story. It's one I am unhappy about, and you'll see why in just a moment. But I have to say thank you to my friend from Australia. I wear my MAGA hat, and I'm Australian, mate. Yes, you are, my friend. So good to see you. I'm glad you're doing better and your health is improving. It's good to see you all. You guys are the best. And Snakes says, you can fry up some struggle steaks. There you go. All right. Let's get to this. Hey, Battle Bunny. Present. There you go. And I just want to say thank you for all the gifties and supers. You guys really do help. I don't know if you know that. You're really helping the channel a bunch. Um, I've got to start applying for grants to try to offset some of the costs. Not that I wouldn't do it without it, but for building sound stages, that's not going to be cheap. So, and I'd rather do it with well, the government's money, which I guess is yours. So thank you for your taxes if I get approved. But we'll talk about that if that happens. All right, let's get to it. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Okay, no fanfare required. Let's do this. Bang. All right. So the worst thing that could possibly happen has. Alex Garland wrote a 160-page spec script plus 40 pages of visuals to convince A24 to let him direct Elden Ring. The last person I want to direct something that could fall into a slog is this guy, because it's a guaranteed slog, especially if you've seen his Civil War garbage pile that was immediately on fire and smelling like burning tires. This guy is supposed to be an acclaimed director. Lots of people appreciate him, but he makes a lot of trash. And outside of like one or two films, I don't like what he does because he's boring. So, in case you're unaware, Ex Machina Civil War, Eric Alec Garland is stepping into the world of Elden Ring for A24. What a weird combination, but one that apparently Garland was heavily invested in. The result is what will likely be the most expensive movie A24 has ever made, and likely the most boring. And if you make Elden Ring boring, I'm going to be pissed. According to a New Yorker profile, Garland aggressively pursued the A24 backed adaptation of From Software's mega hit game, and 160-page script plus 40 pages of visuals. He even flew to Japan himself to pitch the idea directly to Hidetaka Miyazaki, who ultimately gave Garland his blessing. Miyazaki is a legend. Why don't you try to talk him into directing? Anyway, it's an unusually hands-on move for a filmmaker of Garland's stature. What stature is that? Short and fat? In an era where most video game adaptations are studio-driven IP plays, Garland seems to be treating Elden Ring less like a commercial mandate and more like an artistic obsession. And it's kind of passion project he's betting his reputation on. Casting's already circling. Kit Connor, please no. Ben Wishaw, Skyfall, and Kaylee Spaney. No. These are three people I don't think could do this, and I don't want them to. They're all said to be in talks for lead roles. Released in 2022, co-created with George R.R. Martin, Elden Ring sold more than 30 million copies worldwide. We already know all of that. Garland is clearly a super fan. I don't know how. He's pretty mamby-pamby. And it's about to get the A24 treatment. They don't spend any money. Folks, do these people think about this? I mean, I know there's some Garland fans out there, but what's he going to do with it? Regardless, Garland is known for his cerebral, in other words, slogging, and visually striking work. Yeah, this guy slow rolls everything. Uh, he'd hinted at retirement. That was great news back when it came out, but he's clearly not easing back. On top of that, he's also involved in reviving the 28 Days Later series with 28 Years Later and its sequel, The Bone Temple, both of which he wrote and is producing. My goodness. I I don't understand. Again, if you choose the wrong creative and give him creative license over something like this, he's going to adapt it terribly. Terribly. And how many words do you remember from this game? Is it just me or is this stupid? Let's see what you guys have to say. Snakes and Funeral says, I love listening to Elden Ring lore videos while I'm trying to sleep. Well, there you go. This guy is going to give you a movie you'll be able to cure insomnia with. Maybe that's just me. Mark Field says, now I have more faith in Nintendo's Zelda. $2 smash. Good job. I love it. I love it. Mark Daly, what's up, brother? Says, I've often said if the Emperor tried that trick today, he'd get away with it. Don't know. But I know that Archer Merchant in the house says they're selling Emperor's new clothes logic. Yep. Yep. Oh, and Archer, I hope you realized last evening you were accidentally timed out if you hadn't gotten that message before. So the party involved is very sorry because they clicked the wrong selection. So it was a misdeed. No, and you are very appreciated, my friend. Winneshaw played Q in James Bond. Very familiar. Probably not the right person for some of the stuff in that. I'm not even. It is what it is. Davina says, like trying to make a Diablo film. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild. Not a fan of Garland at all. What he did to those parents in Loudoun County was a travesty worse than AG ever. Garland was a disgrace. Yeah. I love this chat too. Yeah, well, Yellow Flash forced me to play a Souls game. It was I struggled. Yellow Flash, I thought you were my friend. Retiring due to mileage. Yeah, or more like millage. Anyway. Our good friend Pilgrim Media in the house for 2 Culture Casino Cash says, will he ruin Elden Ring? Yes. I think I can definitively answer that one. Okay, let's do it this way. 85% chance he'll ruin it. 15% chance he won't. Those are not the odds I need in Hollywood productions. Look, you can definitely, if you have enough money in a studio and enough enthusiasm, you can make anything you want. The question that they aren't asking, and I put in the title of this, the description of this, the promotion of this on X, and my goodness, Minds and Getter that I promoted the show on. They don't ask that question anymore. Should we make this? Who's this for? Who is this for? It's not going to be. I'm afraid it won't be for the gamers because this guy's a maroon. And I don't think that it's going to be for like the general movie going audience. And I think A24 is going to spend more money than they have on anything before and find out. Oh, hey, Captain Robert April. Great to see you, my friend. Been a minute. But I don't see a future for this. I really don't. What besides the 28 days stuff, what's he been good with? Name me 5 things this guy's done well. Civil War was complete trash. I had a couple people tell me they liked it. That's fine. You can like it. Why? Because you like long, hard driven, politically messaged slogs with the casting straight out of like the 19 blocks that is Hollywood and not representative of where some of these people would have come from in the country. You think that these photographers are willing to risk it all to get photos like that? I know there are some people out there that would, but you know, no. Just I don't get it. No, that's okay. I don't have to get it. But I have to get this. Our friend Kung Fu Hot Dog. I love that name. It's great. Hey, Casino. Like Alex said in GoldenEye, reset the world. Well, that's the problem, right? Can we go back to the golden age that was the 70s, 80s, 90s, please? Miss those times. Me too, my friend. Hashtag me too. That's the only way you should use that hashtag. Is agreeing with something, not trying to cancel people. By the way, that whole movement was to replace men with women. That's all it was about. Same thing with Time's Up. Time's Up, especially in Hollywood. That was all about like accelerating the pace at which we were feminizing Hollywood and, well, the C suites of even major corporations. That's all it was about. And most of those people got caught up in their own scandals, which is why it disappeared like a fart in the wind. Our friend Hemorrhoid Hurts says, my wife won't let me super chat. Say hello to Susan. Hi, Susan. How you doing? Good to see you. I hope you let my friend Hemorrhoid Hurts out of the cage once in a while. It's okay. I'm just teasing. It's great to see my fans in Australia. I love y'all. Hey, Eros Amorphic in the house. Good to see you. Tom Green knows where the sausage is. Yes, he does. Lasher's in the house. Good to see you. The average moviegoer doesn't know Elden Ring from onion rings. That's so true, Captain. 100%. Thank you, Battle Bunny. You are hardworking. Appreciate you. Low spec. Why is Rumble chat the redheaded stepchild? We're not showing. I'm seeing you. I've been seeing everybody. I've been saying hi to people. I've been praising Crazy White Boy and Dude Bro Seth. I just saw you in there. What's up, man? Good to see you. Low spec. I went over there and asked why we redheaded stepchild. You're not. I give you lots of love. All right. Let's keep going. Let's see. Mark Fields with another. My goodness, two. Culture Casino Cash says, keep him away from Godzilla. Yeah, you cannot touch Godzilla. By the way, Godzilla -1 still one of my favorite movies of the last 5 years. Just amazing. Hey, Isash Melody made it over here. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I don't know where the sausage is made. Well, in Hollywood, there's some back rooms. Anyway, remember, it is good to meet a girl in a park, but better to park meet. Oh, no, I can't say that. It's very funny, though. There it is. The wild man of Yavin. Make America normal again. I'll take that either. I want to be healthy. I need a Maha hat next. Somebody knows where one of those are. So there you go. All right, we got to move on. We got, like I said, 4 key stories today about how nobody in Hollywood or even business understands what appeals to their audience. All of the research that they do is already got the decision baked in. So you're going to get spreadsheet leadership out of most of these companies instead of people who understand the actual world around them. And that's a real problem indeed, especially when you make a bad decision about your product. Let's say it this way. You have a product that you have a built-in audience for, And since the mid 70s, you've been serving that same audience. And as they drive past your place of business, your brick and mortar locations that are all decorated by hand and selected to look very similar and have the same logo outside and down to the exterior of the building with the board and batten, and you all of a sudden decide to pivot and appeal to the 1% of the population, the modern audience that does not exist anywhere. Ask Marvel, ask DC. And then you decide we're going to flip the logo and we're going to flip our entire appeal to the audience we already have, which is enormous and has managed to get us up to 140 million, excuse me, $1.4 billion in market value. And then you do this. Well, it's not over, even after the apology that was received just yesterday or the day before. And just after, they got a little pat on the back for doing that, but they didn't pull out a lot of the other things. They just hid them. And then this article from That Park Place, Cracker Barrel website, erases their praise and their announcement and transparency about DEI and pride messaging after the logo U-turn. But I promise you it didn't go away. How do I know that? This board, the board for that company is still the same, and the CEO is still the same. And mind you, according to employees, they've hired in backup and support positions that, if they're gone, will fill in and keep the same tradition of complete garbage. This is going to be a long fought slog to get rid of. But according to our friend Marvin over at That Park Place, Cracker Barrel made another major reversal in, well, visually anyway. And this one goes deeper than logos and branding. After outrage over its abandoned logo redesign, Cracker Barrel's now removed all DEI and pride related pages from its website, but did it remove them from practice? No. Because you see, shares went down 12%, $94 million in market value. And you're just getting, there's just an army of people out there ready to buy short positions and really wreck this company. Because I don't think we're done going downward. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. We'll have a conversation about that. But corporate leaders, once framed as progress, that's the short abbreviation for progressive, has now taken down the pages highlighting Cracker Barrel DEI and Pride initiatives. They disappeared this week, entirely replaced with more general culture and belonging. Hey, kids, what's that belonging word, secondary for? What's the new meaning of that? What's bridge? Bridge starts with belonging. It's a B. Yeah, that's craptasticness. That's just saying inclusive. Culture and inclusive is the same crap, just rebranded. We don't fall for that. The change comes on the heels of the company's logo reversal just a few days ago and marks the second time in as many weeks that Cracker Barrel has rolled back high profile corporate messaging after customer backlash. But it's still there. It's still there. So from modern makeover to humiliating retreat, they're not done retreating yet. That's not a retreat. Renaming something, just putting a new coat of paint on it doesn't change it. It's still the same thing. In plain serial text design was eliminated. They went back to Uncle Herschel in the Barrel, which is what the name of the freaking company is. And the fact that they have been subtly changing this for 2-3 years now, ever since the Rachel Maddow replacement lady came in to lead this company. She's like the modern day Alyssa Heinerscheid. This company got Heinerscheided hard, and definitely at the direction of BlackRock, Larry Fink himself. He led this company astray with a new board designed to destroy it from within and give you the sea of sameness that this same lady brought to Taco Bell at Yum Brands. Anyway, so the response was immediate and brutal. Loyal customers did not appreciate the change in the logo, the brand destruction. The company's stock took a hit, and days later, the leadership caved and announced the old logo would return. But it didn't end there because observers noticed the company's site was loaded with DEI and pride. That would have been me. I think I went off significantly on Pro Show that evening, uh, bringing uh, bringing the porch to pride. Yeah, great campaign, kids. Um, so now they've changed to vague. This is not vague. Culture and belonging is still DEI, and they're still practicing those hiring practices. I don't know where the federal government is on this, but they should be right at their front door. So the decision to ditch DEI likely stems from three factors. I don't agree with Marvin on this, but he and I can argue about that another day. The people who actually eat at Cracker Barrel are families, travelers, retirees, and working class folks like me. Weren't asking for DEI reports or rainbow rocking chairs. We didn't ask for the change of the game, the little peg game. We didn't ask for any of the neo-Marxist garbage they were about to serve up. Just wanted our fried chicken, biscuits, and a brand that reminded them of tradition. The backlash made that plenty clear, like we're doing for, uh, you know, Frontierland right now. Disney's going to have a comeuppance. If they didn't already realize it, they should now. They have abandoned their audience, literally, and more of their audience are figuring that out. So the political and cultural pushback is the second item here. High profile figures, including President Trump, criticized the logo move and highlighted the larger issue of corporate America chasing woke approval at the expense of its base. Well, that couldn't be any more plainly said, and it's 100% accurate. Conservative activists, I don't think that's the correct term, but Robbie Starbuck made DEI a centerpiece of his critiques, framing it as proof of how out of touch leadership has become. And he's right. And this is a guy that knows what he's doing. He made Target cry. $150 to $50, not a direction you want to go. If this guy gets in the social media for just a few days, your company's going to take a smash, Hulk smash. And this, of course, is his tweet. So it's just insane. Look at this. This is their stuff they're promoting on their website. Not the greatest, not the bestest, not the superest, and not something that any of the traditional elements would support. Not to mention the family that who used to own the company. So financial reality smacked him in the face. That's the third item here. The logo change immediately hurt investor confidence with tumbling stock price, and it didn't look good. So when you get down to close to 14% in loss and manage to trickle back up because of well, additional buy-in from BlackRock and the other institutional investors who control the board, there you go. So the history of identity confusion, well, we have a heck of a lot of that in corporate America because the people they put in charge are dumb. It's not their first cultural war moment, apparently. In the 90s, it faced national criticism over its internal policies. By 2000, it swung in the other direction, chasing approval from progressives, which I don't know why you would do. These are people hell bent on destroying America and society. But Target, Bud Light, before it, Cracker Barrel has now discovered that chasing people with activists doesn't pay the bills. The corporate equity index, courtesy of the human rights garbage tasticness people who should be driven out of business. Anyway, the removal of Cracker Barrel DEI content isn't just a one-off housekeeping change. It shows the power that we have as consumers. And there's more of this. And there's the guy you should not listen to when looking at stocks. First of all, never listen to a YouTuber or anything about financial advice, but you definitely want to maybe monitor Jim Cramer and look at the inverse Cramer and see what's more successful. But look at this chick, Julia Fels Massino is, a tool bag, and she should be immediately fired. Final thought, Cracker Barrel thought wrapping its logo and pushing DEI, or swapping their logo, excuse me, would make it modern. Nope. It made it less relevant and less interesting to their actual customers. Um, he who wander past this sign and head into the The divisiveness of woke is doomed. Fair warning. Anyway, moving on. You guys are here. Let's see what you all have to say. I still want to know where that 700 million they spent went. I want to know that too, because if they've only done 10 or 20 stores, or even 60, where'd that go? It's in somebody's pockets. It's not in the company. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Hey, Bill Blom is in the house. Says the company that made the puzzles for the tables, the peg thing, got told they are moving the production to China. Screw this lady. So the puzzle company is shutting down. That's awful. Let's remake the puzzles with the original puzzle company. We need to shame them again because they're awful. I'm sorry, I have to answer a family member. Please hold, please. All right. Davina says, I can foresee. Let's click on that. I can foresee another company executing a hostile takeover of Cracker Barrel after Julie Fells Massino tanked the share price. You know what? Some people suggested it was done on purpose by her and in this imbecilic way so that another group could end up acquiring it. That would be asinine. They need to get larger to defend themselves. Hey, Argentum. Surprise stream. Love it. Well, I'm going to try to do these on Thursday as often as I can, as long as I don't crowd somebody else out, because I recognize that I was not doing enough live streams for you guys, which is why the Sunday night late show, the late stream, is coming back. That's right. It is sometime in September. So in the next 2-3 weeks, we will have a late night show again, and I won't sleep anymore, which is fine. I was sleeping before. It's okay. Apparently, not bad. Oh, hey, Maxi Dweeby 67. They were making the puzzles for them for over 50. This is irritating. Is this not irritating to other people? I'm freaking out right now. Yeah, and I agree with the folks in the Green Machine who've said over and over it's a cult. Yeah, well, they're in a cult of very limited numbers trying to force their belief system on us, the socialism on us. No, not doing that. Caleb, what's going on? Caleb Levine in the house. I'm sick of these dang carpetbaggers. Oh, she's the worst kind. Her resume looks like oopsie. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Her resume looks like I want to be promoted and work for eventually I want to work directly for Larry Fink. She's an evil person, and you can tell she looks exactly like Rachel Maddow with a little longer and blonder hair. You realize that at one point in time Rachel Maddow looked like a woman? I'm just saying. Native Hawaiian in the house. How's it going, my friend? 808 forever. Aloha. Yeah, my friends keep moving to Hawaii. Stop. That hostile taker, yes, CC, on purpose. Indeed. Indeed, the snarky one is here. Anybody see this? This is the snarky one. Snarky gifts 20 culture casino memberships, and you know what? I owe you all something special. I do. I want to say thank you. And we got to dole out some cheddar. Snarky, you're the best. It's not happening. I clicked the button. Why is it? I clicked the button.
Oh, man. That's some sweet cheddar. Guys.
Yeah. I want to say thank you to Snarky, the 20 gift memberships. Everybody who's contributed to the stream. You are making my day and evening and afternoon. To be fair, it's afternoon for me. I already had lunch. Oh, lunch was good. Oh, yeah, I'm switching back more to carnivore slash keto. I am mixing in a few vegetables here and there and stuff, and maybe a tortilla here and there. But for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep on that diet. I got to drop some poundage. Poundage. Anyway, speaking of poundage, look at all these amazing people. I'm so blessed. Tina BB is in the house today. Hello, dear. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, the lovely Six. Culture, not in South Carolina casino. I know. I feel so bad. I'd have been golfing with Mikey. Apparently, kissing golf balls is something Mike likes to do. I'd have done my best Happy Gilmore, be staying in the resort right around the corner from his house, eating some really good food, maybe talking him into driving to Aw Shucks. Anyway, is what it is. I'll get there soon enough. Hey, it's the Wild Man of Yavin. 700 million spent for a rebrand, and all this totally on purpose. Somebody's making a lot of money. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I wanted to talk with Valiant about this, but he was all full up on Sunday. Maybe I'll hit him up this weekend. By the way, if you are a Culture Casino member at the high roller level, this is the weekend that we do the high roller stream. So buckle up, kids. We're coming for it. The puzzle company shut down. They've already sold all the equipment. They were third generation working with Cracker Barrel. Yeah, that breaks your heart, Maxi Dweeby, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm an old bear too, Snort. I think I need sleep. Is our sleep so overrated? I don't think 6 sleeps enough, to be fair. Lasher, I don't understand. Why would these CEOs want their company taken over? Wouldn't they get fired afterwards? Hard to say. This chick will likely get promoted to run something else. She's pretty much pure evil. Pretty obvious. Glad to hear there's more culture coming in the future. Indeed, I need more AOAO. Actually, that outro comes directly from that show. We've got a lot of features that I'm going to try to add to the new show. Slightly smaller panels. I think it's gonna be better. I think it'll be good. And Chef Eddie is here. Good to see you. She looks like Garth from. That's right, she does. She looks like Garth from Wayne's World. That's so true. I mean, not as stringy and wiry and all over their hair, but very close. Indeed. Not look. If she accidentally stuck a fork in a light socket for a few seconds, she'd definitely have Garth's hair. So there's that. Carlos Alfredo Lopez. Great to see you, my friend. Rachel Maddow looking like a woman. Now you're talking crazy talk. No, seriously, she did. She had blonde hair. She had softer glasses. She had softer looks. She wasn't such a severe woman. Well, I mean, can I still say that? Is that okay? Morning haze. Every morning I get up in a haze. Anyway, Snarky says, Cheddar clip is one of my favorite clips. I love that clip, and thank you. I've got some good stuff. Give me some of that good stuff. Yeah. Watch out for storm season this year. I've been getting bombed. I've got hit out of this week. I think 2 massive ones just runned over us. Ran right over. Argentum. I feel bad for harping on it, but really want to join the Discord, and the link on the page. There's a new link. Somebody is with a wrench thing, moderator. Put the thing in there. I just want to say thank you to Weatherman gifting a Culture Casino membership on the tube side of the equation. Thank you for that. CC, my cats want to know if you might like some mice Baloney. No, I'm good. I'm good, Walter. Thank you. Cats are so fun. Barry the Music Man in the house. We've got Almighty Black Ass out there. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Oh, Mark sent a super duper chat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It says, hail to you wrenches. Hail to the wrenches indeed. We got some hard workers out there. We got Channel Surf out there. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Gary has his nooner. You have your afternoon delight. Let me check with the boss and see if that's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Why is culture live? Did Brie Larson change her nail polish color? If she did, I missed it. No, we're going through 4 stories that really disqualify people that are currently in charge of things from doing anything that's a decision because they don't think about it. Weatherman, thank you again for the membership. Much appreciated. Mark says, I need a storm. Business is slow. That's right. You can't adjust things if there's nothing to adjust. Wow, Rachel Maddow in high school. In case you were wondering what Rachel Maddow's high school yearbook photos looks like. Yeah, she looked like a woman, and she probably acted like one too. Nobody knew she'd end up being a raging biatch. Anyway, good to see you, Juliet, although I said that at the beginning of the stream. Breaking news, Brie Larson got a pedicure. You know, if I had that news, I probably would cover it. I don't have, I don't have, what? Let me read this. I don't have the link to your Discord. Does anyone want the link to this? Gilded doesn't work. I gave up Gilded 6 because they went to the Roblox thing. I got out of that. I was no way. Once you go to Roblox, you're done because you are just chasing problems then. No, thank you. No, thank you. Bret Hart is not overrated. And Hulk Hogan is a king. Also true. Also true. Hey, look, I am the bearer of news. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It's just news. And it might be bad news to some of you that Rachel Mad Cow actually looked feminine at one point in time. It's true. Why would I lie to you? Why would I lie to you? That's a song, by the way. Would I lie to you? Yeah. Would I lie to you? Bye-bye. Con! Con's here. Con lives. Con! Okay, sorry. All right. Let's go. Let's really go. We got more to cover because, again, we're covering entertainment. So Alex Garland going to ruin Elden Ring, the movie, for A24. Cracker Barrel ruining tradition that, lots of people share on the roadways, like myself. And now CBS going to continue to ruin the evening news. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to be as excited about this as me, but at least we have some decisions. And wouldn't you know, it's a white liberal woman that's going to be running CBS Evening News. Were you surprised? Well, Robert says the emperor is most displeased with your progress. Well, I bet. Yeah. Susan's gone, so I don't know who this new emperor is, but I don't think they got any clothes. All I know is this: Kim Harvey will take the reins of CBS News. And, well, there you go. At least the evening news, anyway, is the EP. I wonder who this lady voted for. Any guesses? Any chances she played softball? That's going to get me some guff. Kim Harvey will oversee CBS Evening News as its next executive producer, a switch that could augur new changes for the venerable variety. Come on. Venerable program after it lost viewers while experimenting with an unorthodox format. Okay. Kim brings a sharp news sense and a terrific track record of producing from across the broadcast and cable networks. She is well-respected newsroom leader, and her relationships with our on-air talent producers and reporters run deep, Tom Sabrowski said, president of CBS News, who should be looking for a new job because decent chance this softball player will replace him. Her career at the CBS Evening News makes her the ideal candidate, and I'm pleased to continue working with her on showcasing our extraordinary reporting and storytelling every night. She is just the second woman to lead the long running show, following Patricia Shelvin, who led Evening News for a 3 year prior period starting in 2011 before moving to 60 Minutes, which you know where that went, right? I do. Harvey replaces Guy Campanile, a veteran 60 Minutes producer who was tasked with overhauling Evening News with two anchor format and a focus on enterprise reporting. That has spurred a noticeable viewer exodus from the program. Oh, yeah. You had dual anchors. That's dumb planning. You need a singular focus, a person that the audience can trust and will actually tell the truth. But news hasn't been that way for almost 30 years now. So buck up, kids. I don't think it's going to change. I think there's a reason why a linear format is losing in places like Fox or winning. They also have an 8-minute reset like traditional news used to be, but that's a whole different conversation. So CBS Evening News remains one of the best known offerings. There's only 3 network newses. So yeah. Hey. Anyway, none of this is going to be great, but it is what it is, and there we are. The question is, can she turn it around? Nobody can turn it around. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. She can't. Nobody can. It's impossible. And no amount of prayers is going to fix it either. No amount of prayers. Let's see. Hey, the lovely Sherry is here. Hello, dear. Mark Ditley says, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me the new woman running CBS was Mary Mapes. Yeah. Hey, Randy Thoda's in the house. Weatherman, I really appreciate you. And Magnify just dropped the thing. The thing with the thing. That's right. Jonah Hex, how you doing, my friend? Knight Rider is in early discussions. Yeah, I was talking about it on the 6 Minute Daily. What was that? 2 days ago? Yeah. There you go. Tina says, "Whoa, CBS still has evening news? I'm shocked. So am I. You wouldn't know it. You would not know it." Mark Daly says, "Cue the band. Meet the new boss. Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss." Hey, culture. My Star Trek connection is I went to high school with Jamie Lee Zimmerman, who later became the actress to play Seven of Nine. Hashtag true story. Awesome. I did not know that. Good news. Argentum says, I'm dyeing my hair. Why? These women make me afraid of being lumped in as crazy woman because you're fine. You're fine. You don't have to dye your hair. Argentum, I'm keen on blonde hair. In fact, I'm a weird guy because I like blonde and redheads, and those are both supposed to be crazy. So what does that tell you? Thank you, Six. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, all the wrenches people. You are the best. Yeah, venerable. No, isn't that funny? Hey, I don't think you know what that word means. You need to not use big words, variety. Starkey again just became a member. Thank you, my friend. You are incredible. That's me trying to speak French. And thank you for joining at the high roller level. My goodness, we have some amazing humans. Man, wait. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna do this.
Culture, stop the press. We have late breaking gifties. Thank you, everybody.
I love that little penguin guy. I don't know why he's repeating, but I love that little penguin fella. And thank you, Snarky. Snarky! I still love Pros Club. Venerable for being canceled, the center. But thank you all. I think it's great. What kind of wish Paramount would just wait? What kind? Oh, you kind of wish that Paramount would just go away. Well, part of it, some of it's good. CBS is still around, Con lives, and they're actually going to re-Star Trek your Star Trek. But I have a feeling a lot of people that were associated with Star Trek will be going away, which will be good. Yep, a big old high roller. That's right. We got a little bit of that. It'll be fun. The high roller stream is a public stream, so if you're a high roller and you elect to join in on the fun, we keep it within the lines. Of course, not trying to get my channel removed, but we're live and we talk with the high rollers and learn about the high rollers, and they give their opinions on the happenings of the day. So it's a good time. Probably one of the only channels that still does stuff like that. So there's that, at least in public anyway. All other live streams that are with members are done privately. So there you go. Mark Daly says, true story. Straight softball players wear ribbons in their hair to let other women know they're not down. That's right. Indeed. Alrighty. Excuse me, Almighty. I said alrighty. Almighty Black Ass says, I know I haven't watched TV in like 6 years, 5 or 6 years, but would have thought CBS would be dead 9 out. They're mostly dead. If you look at ratings from 2 decades ago, you'd be like, how are they still in business? I don't know. I know Mark Fields is in business. He's doing business here on the channel, gifting another $2 super chat saying, you all are wonderful. Have a wonderful night. You too, Mark Fields. Please take very good care of yourself, my friend. And thank you for all your generosity. Generosity. We are the news now. We are. Caravaggio. I love that name. We are the news now. We are. I've been the news. I was the news when I started 5+ years ago. You know, because I like to talk about things nobody wanted to talk about, at least not in the way I was talking about them, because they all want to do suck up. Cosmin Cristani. The lies, though. Yeah, I know. Lies, lies, lies. Yeah. Sorry, that's a way old 80s song. Culture Casino, CBS tried the 2-anchor thing back in the dark ages. They really? Oh, that's right. Connie Chung and Dan Rather. Didn't work then either. Nope. Well, let's see. Connie Chung, she was married to somebody that was famous, and Dan Rather was a liar. So there you go. Do you realize how many anchors eventually get found out for the liars they are and are shoved away? Plenty. And Crazy White Boy over on the Green Machine is correct. CBS is getting more awful. Very true. Thank you, Snarky, for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Your support everywhere is noted in a way that I can only say thank you, because seeing you everywhere is just wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, we got our friend Lightning Sketch Productions. That's right. Let's click on their little super duper chat. Hello. For 5 Culture Casino cash, saying, would it be crazy to purchase the Middle Eastern DVD of Lightyear and others to watch the non-woke version? Yeah, I don't think it'd be crazy at all. I think that'd be reasonable. Truly. If Disney is so hypocritical that it can't release a film that works in all regions, do you think they should even release the movie? It's a good question. I wonder if they've ever asked themselves that question, because that's kind of one of the topics here on this channel. Why release a different version of the film just to put an agenda messaging item in it for a country who's not interested in it, but you're trying to force in a direction, a la Larry Fink style, and then honor a large country's preferences and just not do it at all? Well, why not honor everybody's preferences and suck it? I don't know. I really don't. Born in Boston. Hey, my. That's right. Argento's like, I mean, I'm not sorry. I am crazy, but it doesn't matter. Look, and this is the truth. And Mexican Iron Man can tell you this. This is a man who would know. He's a lover of women. Says, why are you live? You should be with me. I know. Call my cell now while you're alive. No, I don't want you to yell at me. I don't want you to get my channel canceled. Let's see. All right, let me see. I did want to go to Costco. Hang on. My family's nuts. I love them, but they're nuts. All right, let's go to Mikey. Mobile. Can you guys hear that? Let's see.
Hello?
Hi. So I'm live right now.
All right, well, let me tell you where you should be. You should be live on Hilton Head Island because I'm about to sit down and have dinner with Nick from Echo Base Network and Tom from Midnight's Edge. And there's a fourth chair here at this table that's supposed to say Culture Casino, but I got abandoned on the side of the road like a Mexican that sells oranges from a cart.
Well, you know, I usually like patron. I'm usually a patron of those stands, so you know. I like them.
Well, you need to be a patron of the Mexican Iron Man.
Mikey, I
stand on Hilton Head Island.
Mikey, I will see you very soon on my tour to Tennessee.
I've been hearing that for 4 years.
No, and that's not true. But I love you. I miss you. Say hi to everybody and tell them I would much rather
People
be there.
Love the internet and the live chat. Do not listen to Culture Casino when he tells you he will visit you. No love.
I love you, Mike.
I love you. I love you, Culture Casino. Love you.
Have fun. Say hi to everybody, please.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. All right. Did you guys hear that? I got chastised live on the air for a $10 super chat that says, call me. That's what you get when you call Mike. Anyway. You're not all that crazy, Six. I like you. The writer meant venereal. Channel surf. You guys are crazy today. John the Beagle Dad. I'm not amazing. I am normal. No, you're pretty amazing, John. All of you are. My whole chat. I have the best chat and the best wrenches on every platform. I'm blessed. Leif Erikson is in the house. Look at that. Dying is too much work anyway. Yeah, you only get to do it once, too. I know you misspelled it, but I just thought I'd lean into the joke there. You only have to do it once, though. I called Mikey. Calm down. Hey, JPRPH1 in the house. Good to see you. Look at all these amazing people. Cracker Barrel CEO makes $6.6 million a year. I would make that $0.0 and in my HR statement of her, I would say not recommend. What? Mike and I love each other. We're like brothers. You guys don't know that? I love Latino Slant. Paulie and I are like brothers. Look, it's the only way. It's the only way that you know we can bang on each other as hard as we do. That didn't come out right. I did not boot you. I love you. Would you guys stop it? Don't tell lies. Don't tell stories out of school. All right. Culture is the news. Who gets the news from AP News? I don't really. I like to yell out their hypocrisy. Thompson twins. Boom, boom. I love Thompson twins. I promise you. I promise you I will. Yeppers. You guys are great. All right, let's keep going. I got more. I got to get to one more thing. I want to say thanks to Chef Eddie. He's got one of the coolest images ever. Julie Massino, what is it? Fellas Massino. Next job is talking over the Rabbit Chicken Taco and Lawn Care Services Company, taking it over. I hope not. I like Mikey, and rebranding it, removing the Mexican Iron Man. That would be terrible. It'll never taste right. You won't have fresh cilantro. That's right. Mikey is the number one tuber for sure. Not tubin, tuber, YouTuber. Watch out, though. Not all DVDs play in all regions. Well, I have a region-free player. Play everything. Hashtag suck it. That's right. Anyway. Wait, you've never been to Costco? I gotta take you to Costco, Six. It's awesome. All right. Everybody heard Mikey. That's good news. Tom sent me a thing. Says Midnight's Edge After Dark. This is $2 to fuel your guilt. I did read Mikey's super chat. Oh, you guys, I'm so blessed. Yeah, Snakes is like, I heard the love. That's right. Poon's cat. Would $20 get a lap dance? Not for me, but I don't know. 6. Call me so I can yell at you. That's what I do. Those are my friends. All right, we gotta get things going. How long have you and been seeing each other? Over 5 years. Oh, you mean like that? No, like I have like the best parasocial, relationships that have become real friendships. I'm blessed. I've got amazing people, and I've got all of you. I hope you guys are my pals, my people I get to hang out with on the weekend. And Low Spec's calling me gay. Okay, I'm very happy right now. It's true. I'm not gonna lie. CC is the tour, including a trip to the I will be in Central Florida. It's not that hard, and because I'm going to be going through Central Florida before I go up to South Carolina, before I go to Tennessee, then yeah, I'll be going through the Panhandle. I'll let you guys know. I promise. I really do, because I want to see John Graber again. Go visit Mikey end of October, beginning of November. I'll be there for the Tour d'Elegance. Really? All right. Well, that sounds good to me. It could be near my birthday. Could you imagine me doing a birthday remote? That'd be super fun. Be super fly. Bang a gong, get it on. Do, 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 do. Now I'm going to have that in my head. You guys stop with the songs. 6. I mean, $20 is $20. Let's see what else is out there. Captain says, hell, you even showed up on one of my rinky dink streams, so I can't complain. I show up on people's streams as often as I can. I just don't have a lot of time anymore. Sam's Club around here. No Costco. I've done both. I've been to both places, Costco and Sam's. Very helpful if you're trying to run skinny on money, especially for food stuffs. If you're willing to butcher your own meat, you can save a ton of money buying slabs of meat at either location. You save a ton of money on chicken. They really know what they're doing. So anyway, let's get moving. Wait a minute. A censored English version of Light Beer and Onward should be released. Yeah. I didn't mind Onward so much, to be fair. I mean, you cut out that one interaction with the police in that situation. You wouldn't even notice it, to be fair. From recollection. All right, let's do this thing. Premium television is making the same mistakes as corporate America. And of course, Cracker Barrel, CBS, and Alex Garland having Elden Ring as his movie, which is insanity, but I can't control what idiot makes these decisions. What I can do is point out that HBO is premium television. And by demeaning it the way they did in the streaming age, trying to jump Warner Brothers to the top of the heap, they created another problem. And then they allowed all of that to go slightly more sideways than it already had. And I'll be the first one on the block to say one of the more progressive not exclusive, but pay channels, one of the premium channels was HBO. And mind you, you could easily navigate around that because you saw it coming. But when they started to take and adapt things with other people that had clearly lost their minds, well, they lost their mind. And that wasn't a good thing. Um, and I'm speaking specifically of a show that we knew was going to go sideways because we were in the community that said, hey, you're going sideways. That's right. I'm talking about Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us. And in a recent article from our friend Matt McGloin over at Cosmic Book News, he wrote that Bella Ramsey tells fans you don't have to watch The Last of Us. No, they don't, which is why season 2 crashed and burned, and why you said dumb things like, I'm going to be a dad. That's right. So this approach worked out well for Marvel, Brie Larson, The Acolyte, Halo, among others, and now Bella Ramsey isn't holding back when it comes to addressing criticism of HBO's The Last of Us 2 and the incoming season 3. And, well, a certain comic book author's statement that if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved. And I have that clip. I just gave it to comics, and I don't know where I put mine. But anyway. So she tells fans, if you don't like it, just don't watch. Okay. I'm going to be a dad. No, you're not. But Ramsey's response to backlash in a new interview at the Awardist podcast, Ramsey spoke directly to fans who disliked the show's direction, especially the controversial storyline adapted from the second game that even the gamers hated. And you know what? Game studios are learning. That's one of the many reasons why Take-Two has Rockstar redoing most of GTA 6, believe it or not. I would say you don't have to watch it. If you hate it so much, the game exists. You can just play the game again. You don't have to watch it, she said. But if you do not watch it, then but if you do want to watch it, I hope you enjoy it. How would I? The blunt comment echoes a growing divide among fans, who are the many, and many of whom were upset about season 2 choices, including Joel's death and the polarizing flashback episode that many said ruined his character. Of course it did. That was the whole plan, guys. They take the things you like and they ruin them. It's all done on purpose. That's one of the other factors here, the points of conversation of this particular stream. It's all being done willingly. And if you don't stop supporting it, they'll just keep going. It has to hurt. We have to make it hurt. We have to make Disney hurt. We have to make all of the other studios hurt. They need to hurt as far as it goes financially. Creative changes behind the scenes. Well, they did some changes. It's an uncertain time for the series. They ran right up to Joel's death. They rushed to it, kind of like Kevin Feige rushed to the Feige female framework that now every single Marvel movie is the MCU because it's baked in to how they decision make and produce things. They took the Bechdel test, which was done as a joke, and took it to 11. Just stupid. Anyway, Haley Gross, co-writer of The Last of Us Part 2 and producer of the show, recently announced she's stepping away from the project. She follows Neil Druckmann, who's also exited his creative role on season 3, because they don't have any more material. Other than the revenge aspect, which will likely be all of season 3 before they realize we should have canceled this after the first season. Both of those storytellers, which really didn't tell much of a story, they got rid of the lady who really could tell stories at Naughty Dog. They're gone. So fans questioning how closely season 3 will follow the rest of the game and how showrunner Craig Mazin will steer the adaptation is anybody's guess. So the fan divide's real. Seriously real. Some viewers are abandoning the series. Yeah, noticeably. The viewer numbers were a crater that, well, there are few people that are left resting in it wondering what happened. But Ramsey's latest remarks show frustration with ongoing negativity. Well, then make a better show. Pushing back at critics who continue to attack the series and its cast. Usually that spells the end of said project, and I have a feeling season 3 marks the end of this garbage pile. No, I should say flaming garbage pile, and I would be more accurate. Season 3, The Last of Us, is expected to continue adapting part 2 with Caitlin Dever's Abby taking a central role. Whether fans stick with the series remains to be seen, but Ramsey is making it clear the show isn't for everybody, and I think that's pretty clear as well. Anyway, let's get back to your thoughts on the matter and the fact that this chick thinks there's a chance in Hades that it's going to go on forever, because it ain't. It's not Game of Thrones, and we all saw how poorly that ended, especially the last 1.5 seasons. I want to say thank you to the massive amounts of gifties by my friend and moderator, the man, the myth, the legend, the master of mods, and the mensch of wrenches, Eric K., who gifted 10 Culture Casino memberships. Wow. I think that's pretty good. Thank you, Eric K. You are a mensch. A mensch, I say. Mensch. Mensch, 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 menschy, mensch, mensch, mensch. I don't think that's how that song goes. But I'd like to say thank you to Eric K. All right. What do you guys have to say? Ben Gibson? Wait, that's like an hour ago. Let's try again. From Tina BB, HBO or Max or whatever needs to play to their strengths. Yeah. I don't know if it's outright adult interaction, Tina, but it is something that they have a strength in. Our Genesis has never played the game, never watched the show. Not my thing. Understood. The show isn't for anybody. Well, that's rough. Yeah. Mark Daly, did she want to be a dad, or was that in the script? I imagine that was in the script. That stupidity was in the script. Just because there's like a fungi going around eating everybody's brain and turning him into mindless weirdness doesn't mean that science doesn't still exist in that world. And HBO certainly does love the message. Anyway. The comment, paraphrased, was, why are they putting crap like that in a children's movie? Oh, well, that would be many of the things we referenced, like Onward and Light Beer and all the other stuff. So that's a good question. I don't think anybody asked that. Again, this shows specifically about, where the sausage is made or how the sausage is made is simply about the fact that they don't pay attention to when they're making the sausage. For all I know, they could chop off the tip of their finger and put it in the sausage, and oftentimes they do. That's how we end up with this garbage. Nobody wants it. And that's the question they don't ask, which is another reason that's in the description. They don't ask what the audience wants. They don't care. They give you an Alex Garland movie that's likely to destroy an adaptation based on a video game that should be bulletproof. Not that it's a good one to make a film adaptation of, but if it's something you control or have access to, I understand why you want to do something around it. It's the Jewish version, 2.5 schmucks. There you go. Mark says, to be fair, I was out on Last of Us before I even knew who was in it. It wouldn't have mattered if it was Pedro Pascal. Look, as much as I dislike the fact that he's in everything, in some of his roles, he's okay. Now, notice how I said it that way. Some of his roles, he's okay. He's always been a bit player, like that character guy that comes in, does a few episodes, maybe appears the next season for a couple more episodes. That's always been him. He doesn't lead anything. He's not a draw. Okay? He's not peak masculinity either, which they got mad at me for that one. If you go back in the catalog here for the last year, I had a thumbnail that said peak masculinity with a picture of this freak show, Pedro Pascal in it. Yeah, very strange. I got bombed for that one from the specific people. And this is true. I mean, they're not making the sausage poorly, they're putting it in the wrong places. Also true. I think they're making it poorly. Oh, you get in trouble, 6? That's no good. Alex Piles, what's up, my friend? Says it's Paul Giamatti, but not as good. Paul Giamatti's awesome. I like that guy. He's a great character actor. And he was Adams, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't say he can't be a leader. He can't, and he's certainly open to that film, but Pedro doesn't open anything. Look at Fantastic Four. Like, they were aiming for Superman. They came up really short. And if it didn't have the name Marvel on it, I don't think it would have opened to 117 million. Pedro doesn't draw anything at all. It is what it is. Anyway, hey, JB's in the house. What's up? JB Spooky Reviews. What's up, friend? Hope you're doing well. He says, I like dystopian horror, but The Last of Us is just a poor story from a wannabe filmmaker. It is. Neil Druckmann is not good at anything. He gets credit for things he didn't deliver, write, or produce. He just sits somewhere and makes sure people execute his vision. Not a good guy. There you go. Tom Selleck wants his mustache back. Dude, Tom's has got the best mustache. Pedro shouldn't even try to compete. Mark Daly. When the folks at Alphabet said, don't be evil, it wasn't a statement of morals. It was a warning to scare off competition. Okay. All right. Well, we're here to say thank you to the folks on the green machine and to the folks on the tube. You guys are phenomenal, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, Giamatti was brilliant in The Illusionist, for sure. Yep. Giamatti's one of those guys. Just does whatever he needs to does. Best part of Beardo is when Script Doctor schooled him on Yellow Flash, and then wait a minute. And then Beardo cried about it for days on G&G. Really? I rather like Beardo. You're amazing, Battle Bunny. Thank you. Ed Norton was the lead. Yeah, there's it's so funny. There were two similar films released at the same time. Uh, one with Ed Norton and one with Bale. Fascinating stuff. That's right. Kung Fu Hot Dog says, "Dude, how long did it take you to grow your beard?" I think everybody was here the last time I shaved my beard substantially. I think that was April. But I mean, I'm regularly having to trim it. Right now, because I'm not doing regular applications of beard oil. It kind of has this weird curve now. Um, but if I spend extra time preening, because I can't say the actual word, because that means something else in this space, and, and they don't like you using that word on YouTube. Um, I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks of regular preening would straighten all the beard hair out. And again, you have to remember I had it down to like mid chest uh, around the holidays. So, oh, by the way, I think I'm going to do a 40K celebration sometime next week, so I'll try to get that out there as well. Uh, Man, I got stalled on the hair care line. I actually have all the plastic bits picked out, so all the combs and brushes, and um, I've got a plastic uh, pick in there. I have a horsehair flat hand brush, very similar to what you would groom a horse with, and I just said the word. Dang. Um, how you would brush a horse with. But yeah, and then pretty soon we'll have I'm gonna have to package it. I finally realized that if I want to sell a beard oil, I will have to package it and ship it myself. So ultimately, I may get to the point where I have everything sitting in one of the garages, and every weekend I go out and pack like a bunch of boxes for people that order it and deliver it all my own self. So there's that. But I decided on the first official beard oil being that peppermint one, and it is hard to beat. Can't beat it. Um, there's a bergamot one that I'll probably follow that up with, but all of it has to like work. People have to actually buy it, or just it's just going to be product that sits away. Um, this is not happening. This is not what 40K is. That's a funny idea. Snorty says, "I wonder how many birds became 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 homeless when Culture cut his beard." There was a lot. I think there was 3. You like bergamot? Really? Anyway. Yeah, I for whatever reason though, the peppermint just smells the best. Just really does. That's what I always. It's like I was like, can I get away with putting this in my hair? No, do not put beard oil in your hair. Bad plan. Don't do that. You can do a hot oil treatment, but not that. Don't do that. Anyway. All right. Well, we've gone well over when I intended to go. We're sitting at what is it? An hour and 30 minutes at this point. I just want to say thank you for everybody who showed up for this crazy stream. Tina B says, "I have more faith in your beard oils than I do in McKinney's." Oh, Markles. Don't say McKinney. I love McKinney. Markles as ever junk. Well, thank you. You know uh, fear you're doing. Oh, yeah, I have no fear of what I'm doing. I use the product. That's the other thing. So I've often been asked to promote things. You guys don't. This is kind of inside baseball. I've been asked to promote stuff like to you guys, and there are certain things that I'll use, or certain things I'll promote, or action figures I think are interesting, or something. If I'm covering a subject, I'll promote, of course, my own T-shirts and hats and stuff like that as well. But I'm not gonna sell you on something I wouldn't use. So if Logitech approaches me again, I will definitely do a promotion for them about their cameras, because I believe in them and I have a couple of them. and their other equipment, like their mice, their keyboards, stuff like that. Things I would use, I'll promote. But I'm not going to promote a bunch of junk I'm not going to use. I get offers to do a bunch of ladies products I won't use. Who's going to use them? Who can I show using them? Right? Who's going to use that stuff? It's not me. I'm not going to put on makeup. It's kind of freak show. So, yeah. So like I said, so if I ever promote something, know that I actually use it. I'll tell you, I'll show you. That's the way you're supposed to do it. It's crazy the stuff you get offered. Oh, Cynthia Carter loves bergamot. Yeah. By the way, you smell really pretty. Any of the stuff that I used as testers, um, to actually feel like I could recommend a product, they all smell amazing. If you're a dude, you're gonna be like, I want to smell like this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The beard balm is ridiculous if I get them to come down on the price a little bit. Because I try to buy stuff in bulk and package it appropriately and all of that. And yeah, and I will not sell anything I don't believe is good. So just keep that in mind. No, like there's a tinted, not tinted, an untinted lip balm that's out there that has sunscreen in it. I might sell that because I hate having chapped lips, especially sunburned lips. And there is a face moisturizer that's designed for male skin with the proper pH balance and everything. That has a very pleasing smell. That also has a SPF 15 uh, sun rating to it because it's important to moisturize your face, and that's another reason to use beard oil in your beard. So, ladies, if you have a man that has a beard, um, you want him to use beard oil like once a week at least, because if you've noticed that he's getting dandruff on shirts and stuff like that from his beard, because the skin is drying out. The beard actually pulls moisture from your face. If you're a man, gentlemen, you should know this too. um, so a beard oil will help retain moisture in your face. Seriously, that's why you should also be using a moisturizer. So, and then when it comes to male hair care, it's very, very important to use something that, if not an actual combination conditioner, has some conditioning value to it. Again, I haven't found the perfect shampoo, but I will. Um, and of course I'll pair it with a conditioner that's equal to that. It's just men's hair is slightly different than yours, ladies, if properly cared for, and especially if it's long, uh, uh, maintenance with a really good moisturizing conditioner, you can really get a no split ends, or minimize them, and you can keep that hair growing a long time. And for my purposes, that's important because I donate my hair. So there's that. Wow, I just went on forever. Sorry, guys. I was meaning to end the stream. So yeah, we got another super chat while I was yammering. Sorry about that. Easy for me to go off on that tangent. Lightning Sketch Productions says, when do you think Disney and culture will turn around for the better? And how do you think that will be achieved? I think it'll be only be achieved when the masters of these corporations realize and or identified, are called out, or held to account. And of course, I'm talking about institutional investment. So anybody that pays for your 401k, or you invest your money in a 401k, that company does whatever the flip they want to with it, despite where most of the times they put it where you want, but part of where you're putting it, they've strategically placed some other like sub fund that supports everything you hate. And that part of that is also putting them in a position to put their favorite candidates on board of directors and instruct them what they want them to destroy next or modernize next. So I think that once those people are held to account and aren't allowed to do that, in fact, I would suggest that investment firms that operate those types of funds should never be allowed votes, or even through proxies, um, for electing board of directors. I think that should be a thing that removes that level of control so that the ilk like Larry Fink don't have the power to foil and destroy well operated, formerly family companies. That's what I think. So when those kinds of things are implemented, things will get far better, far quicker. But even if they turn the ship around now, and I've been saying this now for years, it's 3 to 5 years before you see the results of it. It's not going to be a fast change, which is why this has to stuff like what happens is happening with Cracker Barrel has to be pounded out. You have to force that kind of thing through, turn back this garbage, right? Same thing with speech. We have to fight back now to get our free speech. And we have to do it at an international level now. So much so that we may have to tie it to tariffs, as I suggested to Ron Coleman last night on the WDW Pro Show. I think that's the only way we'll get it back. True story. And Caveat Ties is drawing a bath. So there's that. All right. I got to get out of here. I just want to say thank you. You guys are absolutely the best. For those of you who arrived late, you're great. Wait, is Timmy. Anyway, we got to hustle. So I want to say thanks. Go check out somebody else. In fact, where can I send people? Let's see who's live now. Let's see if we can find out. Thank you, Alfredo. Carlos Alfredo Lopez. I appreciate it. Thank you, Snort. Thank you, Six. UFO portion of Super Chat. What? Did I miss something? Who's live? Let's see. Something went wrong. Okay, cool. Cool. There we go. Let's see. There's an emergency stream for Black and White Sports. Outlaw Bill. Critical Drinker is live. Who else is live? Prelude Radio. I don't see anybody. Thank you, M Tax Shark, for the super duper sticker. I definitely need some coffee. Who's live? Oh, I'll get it. I'll get the Kung Fu hot dog in just a minute. Sorry. I'm just trying to see who to send this to, guys. I want people to get a raid. Who am I raiding, guys? While I find this super chat to read. Who are you? Who? Okay, let's go. Where's it at? Kung Fu hot dog. Kung Fu hot dog says, dude, how long did it take you to grow your beard? What is the reason behind it? Also, have you ever seen a UFO in real life? I'm one of the people who had an opportunity to witness the trio of three lights, the triangles of three lights, on at least one occasion. So that was definitely unidentified, but the problem is it fell within a pattern that might have suggested it was planes. Let's just put it that way. And as far as the reason I grow my hair is so I can donate it. I have a history of various cancers in my family, and one of the things that's really hard is to get a high quality wig. So when it gets long enough, or it's really exceedingly long beyond being long enough, I will have it cut and donated at that length, so that somebody can get a high quality wig made of real human hair. Oftentimes you get an animal hair like a horsetail wig or something like that, but with my hair you get actual like human hair wigs, and I don't dye my hair or treat it with anything other than maybe a hot oil treatment, maybe once a year at most, maybe twice, but I don't do any coloring, so when I cut my hair it's a perfect wig to donate. Let's see, I'm sorry I missed that. And then When do you think Disney? Oh, I answered this one. And then finally, from M Tax Shark, I got the coffee. Thank you very much for all the super chats, you guys. You really do make the difference and make the channel go, and I appreciate it. To all my mods, you are the best, and I appreciate you as well. To catch up at the end here, does anybody give me some place to send these people? Harry and Meghan channel. What? Are you really? Okay. Yeah, turn off YouTube, call your mom. Good choice. I nobody knows where I can send people. Drinker. Okay, let's send people to Drinker. Why not? All right. Doing that right now. I think Critical Drinker needs all of you wonderful humans. Say hi. Critical Drinker. Wait, is Hayden going live? No. The Critical Drinker. Boom. All right. Have a great night, everybody. I appreciate all of you. I will see you tomorrow morning at the 6-minute daily. And then we'll have a wild and crazy Friday. Should be a good time. As always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and stick around because AO is coming. And you might want to participate. Bye.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes my dynasty.